Hey guys, this is just a quick intro video before we get into the main training, showing you, if you haven't seen it yet, how I like to have my computer set up and my screen set up, and just very briefly discussing the basic workflow of what we're looking for before you dive into the actual training. So you've already seen the resources list and watched the YouTube videos explaining the different resources, so you should have them all on your computer. I like to have them all bookmarked as well, so I have my zero bounce, my who is, I have my hour spreadsheet that I track my hours on. We can discuss that later. I have the current spreadsheet that I'm working on, and I have Fast People Search all bookmarked. I also have Rocket Reach and Email Hunter and Sales Navigator for Gmail, all readily available in my apps toolbar. As far as what I like to have open while I'm working, I'm using a Mac, so I can slide between different windows, but you can of course Alt-Tab if you're on a PC, or do any other form. You can do a split window, having like two windows next to each other. Whatever's comfortable for you, I'm just showing you what works for me. So in one tab I like to have open the current sheet that I'm working on, where I'm finding all the different information. In another tab I like to have zero bounce, just ready to go, and I like to have a tab open where I can Google things. This is also the window that I'll open Fast People Search or Who Is Lookup if I need to. And on the last tab, so that I can switch to quickly, I like to have a Gmail tab open so that I can quickly use Sales Navigator whenever I have an email that I want to check. So if I just want to quickly check an email and see if there's a LinkedIn connected to it, I can very easily and quickly do that. So that's the basic setup that I like to work with. It's something that I've honed over time, so you have to find what's comfortable for you. As far as the actual workflow, I just want you to keep this in mind as we're doing the training videos, because during some of the training videos I might be trying to show you a specific trick, and it might seem like, where am I going with this? What order am I working in? So just keep in mind that in general, the first thing that you're going to search for is a LinkedIn. The LinkedIn is hopefully going to give you an email and maybe a phone number and maybe a website. If you can't find a LinkedIn, what you're then going to search for is a website and a Facebook, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, all of that additional stuff that could potentially give us an email and a website. From there, if we can't find anything at all, we would look for another person in the company. Like if we're originally looking for the CEO, we might look for the president or the owner or the CFO or something like that. We would usually do that through LinkedIn. Again, you'll see how to do that exactly in the training. And lastly, if we didn't find a phone number or if we didn't find any other information, we would go to Fast People Search. We would look for the person as you saw in the previous video, and we would take their information accordingly. So that's the overall layout of how I work and how the job works, and now you'll see the specifics in the next few videos. So I hope that this works for you, and I hope that you get something out of this. You're of course going to have time to practice all of this during the mentoring phase, which will give you more than enough cases to hone your skills that you're going to learn now. And of course, if you have any questions throughout the course, feel free to email me or ask me, and I'll help you out with whatever you need.